Hi guys, Tom and Sports here. So today I wanted to react to um, the undisputed show of today. Um, we are on the 29th of July, 2024, and the show today they discussed about whether Catlin Clark deserved to be in the Olympic team. This comment came after Don Staley um, commented in an interview that if they had to choose the team today, she would be considered highly considered for the team because of how she played in the last stretch of the season, right before the Olympic break, and it was unbelievable what these two people were saying, Skip and Keyshawn, who I believe are one of the worst analysts, sport analysts I have ever seen. They barely say anything about stats. They never compare, right? When they say a stat, they barely compare to the other players, right? Or they barely see the whole picture. Usually, when they mention any stat, it is usually to support the their already biased view. And if they have a view, let's say in this case is Catlin Clark, right? She doesn't deserve to be in the team, according to them. Okay, so they are only going to mention the the stats where she's weak or where she's bad, right? Or where she's kind of uh, less than the others, and they're not going to mention anything else because that is only to support their view. And also they can mention incorrect facts. Sometimes they mention incorrect names, like Nalisa Boston, right? There is Nalisa Smith and Alia Boston, but there's no Nalisa Boston. How these guys are even sport analysts, right? How incorrect is it? Also, the other day, I heard that they were mentioning about they were talking about the finals uh, between Iowa and LSU, and they were mentioning Camila Cardoso. Camila Cardoso played in South Carolina, and that was the second final, right? In the senior year of Catlin Clark, not in the junior year when she faced Angel Reese and the LSU. So they they never mention anything proper. It's just a bunch of biased views, barely supported with reasoning, facts, stats, and anything. And one of the things that I want to do right now is basically dismantle everything they said in the in the show by showing some stats, right? So one of the things that they said is that, especially Keyshawn said that they that CC didn't deserve to be on the team because she's not one of the best 12 players in the world. Okay, so um, that the team that is there, they are 12 best players, and that's why she deserves to be there. Okay, let's check some stats. I'm gonna compare CC with four, not one, not two, with four of the guards that are in Team USA, who are supposed to be the best players in the league and the best players that USA can afford. So basically, uh, they deserve to be there, right? So let's compare CC this season with these four players. The four players that I'm going to select are Diana Taurasi, right? A guard. plays as a guard. It's true that sometimes she plays as a forward, as a 3, but most of her career she has played as a guard, and she sometimes still plays as a guard in her team. Drew Lloyd, the guard of the Seattle Storm, Kelsey Plum, and Chelsea Gray. So let's talk about some stats. So I'm going to compare all these players, right? Catlin Clark and all these players in 9 stats, right? Which are points, rebounds, assists, steal, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, 3-point percentage, and turnovers, right? So let's talk about points. So Catlin Clark, 17.1. That's the average, of course. Diana Taurasi, 16.1. Drew Lloyd, 19.1. Kelsey Plum, 18.8. And Chelsea Gray, 7.3. Okay. So Catlin Clark is better than Diana Taurasi for 1 point and is 10 points ahead Chelsea Gray, who is supposed to be the point guard, right? The best point guard in the league. We know that Chelsea Gray had a very bad injury, and she barely played this season. Like, out of the 25, 26 games that the Aces have played, she played like only 8, something like that. So she is obviously not totally recovered, and that's okay. But don't come to me and say that Chelsea Gray is better than Catlin Clark, right? Don't come to me and say that she is one of the best 12 players right now in the Team USA and in the league. So we can see CC has more points than Diana Taurasi and a lot more points than Chelsea Gray, barely surpassed by Drew Lloyd and Kelsey Plum by 2 points, right? So, but they're all very competitive, except for Chelsea Gray, who of course had a very bad season. They are all very competitive averages for the league, right? 17, 8, 16, 19, 18. Okay, good. So she's there, right? Let's talk about rebounds. CC averages 5.8, 5.8. Diana Taurasi 4.8. Drew Lloyd 4.6, and Plum 2.3. Chelsea Gray 2.8. So basically, Catlin Clark is better than all of them at rebounding. Okay, and she's probably the best guard rebounder, right? Okay, let's now talk about assists. Okay, in assists, she's the leader in assists in the league with 8.2 per game. Diana Taurasi 2.5, Drew Lloyd 4.8, Kelsey Plum 4.7, and Chelsea Gray, the point guard, 4.7. So she barely doubles or almost doubles Lloyd, Plum, and Gray, and she more than tripled Taurasi's assists. Okay, steals 1.1 for Catlin Clark. Diana Taurasi 0.7, Drew Lloyd 1.5, the same as Catlin Clark. Kelsey Plum 0.9, and Chelsea Gray 0.5. So she's better than Taurasi, Plum, and Gray, and she's tied with Lloyd in steals. Okay, let's go with blocks. 0.8. She's probably the best blocker guard in the league. So Diana Taurasi 0.8, 0.3, sorry. Drew Lloyd 0.3, Plum 0.0. She has not had a block in this season, and Chelsea Gray 0.7. So she's better blocking the ball than all the four guards that I mentioned. Okay, field goal percentage, right? Because Skip also mentioned that her field goal percentage is so bad, but he also, he only mentioned the 3-point percentage. Oh, only the 3-point percentage. Why he didn't mention the field goal percentage in general? Yes, she has been bad in the 3-point percentage, and we're gonna get there, but she has been not bad at all in field goal percentage. Let's see, 40% on the field. For the NBA standards, is not bad. Diana Taurasi, 39.5, so less than CC. Jewel Lloyd, 35.8. Supposed to be an elite guard, right? Kelsey Plum, better than CC, 41.9. Good percentage for the league. And Chelsea Gray, 37.7. So she's better than all of them except for Plum in field goal percentage. Okay. Free throw percentage. She's better than all of them with 89%. Diana Taurasi, 87. Jewel Lloyd, 88. Plum, 85. And Gray, 76. Better free throw shooter. Okay, what about 3-point shooting? Okay, she has been bad, right? Terribly bad. So she will probably be worse than all of them. Well, she's not worse than all of them. Okay, let's see. Diana Taurasi has a better free throw 3-point percentage with 35.5. Jewel Lloyd, 25%. Kelsey Plum, she's better than CC with 37%, and Chelsea Gray, 24%. So what are they talking about? She has been better than Lloyd and Gray, who are supposed to be elite guards in the league, and they were selected for the Team USA. And she had better 3-point percentages even when she's in a very bad shooting slump. What are they talking about? Okay, let's go with probably the CC's biggest weakness, right? Turnovers, 5.6, right? Leading the league in turnovers, right? Which is normal for players that dominate the ball. However, definitely that's something that she needs to improve, right? She needs to select better her passes. That doesn't mean that she has to be a conservative passer. I think she risks a lot with her passes, and that's her play, and she gets a lot of assists because of that. But I think she needs to select a little bit more how and when to risk the pass. Okay, so 5.6 turnovers, and Diana Taurasi 2, Jewel Lloyd 2.2, Kelsey Plum 2.2, and Gray 2.2. So, if we consider the 9 stats that I just mentioned, she's better in at least like 6 of them. Better in rebounds, better in assists, better in steals, and equal. She's the same. She has the same as Lloyd, but basically better than all the others. She's better in blocks. She's better in field goal percentage than most of them except for Plum. She's better than free throw shooting. She's better than all of them. So she is in at least 6 stats, right? Where she is better than all of them, or is better than most of them. And even in the ones that she's bad, like 3-point percentage, she's better than 2 of them. So what are we talking about? Right? What are they talking about? How can they be this misinformed? How can they not mention this? How can they not analyze the other aspects and at least mention them, right? It's incredible. It's incredible how can these people be sport analysts or be named as sport analysts and forget about the stats, forget about everything, right? Just to support their own biased view. They only mention the stats that support their view, nothing else. They don't analyze anything else. They don't see the bigger picture. They don't. I don't think they even have eye test, because if you watch the games, which I think they don't, right? They just maybe watch the highlights, check a few stats to support their view, and that's it, right? If they watch the games, you can see how the team runs through Catlin Clark. And usually when Catlin Clark sits down, right, and is not playing, the team gets worse, right? Or when she's playing, but the team starts running through Erika Wheeler, for example, the team gets worse, starts losing. But they never mention these kind of things. So I definitely needed to mention this and make a video about this, because when I saw this, I just thought, wow, how can these people be on TV and be so biased and so uninformed? Well, that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to give thumbs up, subscribe, click the notification bell, and if you want to comment something, right, let me know. I'll answer. I answer most of the comments that I found, and I'm trying to grow the channel. If you have any idea for another video, also let me know in the comments. Well, until next one.